Hello and welcome to Urban Gothic Series 2 Episode 3, aka the best episode of the season. It's up there with Vampirology, Pineapple Chunks and the Boys Club, so if you were by the series on DVD, I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. We open on our main character, Poppy, writing in her diary about a guy in her school that she's in love with. She's adorably pathetic, like a puppy in love with a guy in her school. The guy's dark and mysterious, as written by someone who thinks that both those words mean Scottish leather jacket wearing twat. He's called Coram because it sounds vaguely gothy, and his parents read one too many Michael Moorcock books. The choice of name for Poppy might be because in the UK the poppy flower traditionally has connection with death because it's a symbol of remembrance for those killed in the World Wars. But I might be grasping at straws because war doesn't fit into this episode at all. Anyway, like all people with unrequited love, she's projecting her ideas onto him.
You so want to make it to uni, to Oxford, to get that medicine degree. That's why you work nights at the hospital, when you could get more in a bar or playing your guitar. You want to learn.
Actually, I just had a second thought about Coram's name. He probably changed it. No one even vaguely goth has ever been given the name Coram by their parents. How do I know this? I have many statistics, some that I made up and some that have nothing to do with this, that show it quite clearly. Coram's a bit like Edward Cullen with stubble, and Poppy's a bit like Bella but not annoying. Or evil. Or crap. So this is Twilight if Twilight wasn't like Twilight. And it might be set in Scotland. I say might because all the episodes of Urban Gothic are meant to be set in London, and I've never seen an Iron Brew vending machine outside of Scotland. And if you don't know what Iron Brew is, then go and buy some and thank me with money. Poppy's best friend is a young clone of Alex Kingston here. Together they like to hang out in a graveyard and talk about Coram.
Maybe he's gay.
Lee, he listens to Slipknot. He can't possibly be gay.
I'm not entirely sure why, but that's one of the funniest leaps of logic I've ever seen. Anyway, like all fictional women with frizzy hair who like to wear purple and sit on tombs, her best friend just happens to have a book of spells. Normally I'd be annoyed by this laziness, but they have to fit a lot of story into 22 minutes.
Wow, does it work?
How should I know?
If you didn't know, then why did you bring it up? Or are you saying that if you have what you think might be a working spellbook, you didn't try it out on something? Far as I can tell, she probably either did try it out and turned herself into River Song here and altered everyone's memory to think she always looked like that and is lying, or she's letting her friend be the guinea pig. Or she just brought it up to see how gullible her friend is. So Poppy does some reading, and throughout this you might begin to wonder where her parents are. Well, her mum's played by someone off screen and has about 3 lines, so she does exist. Or she's a computer attached to a speaker. I don't know why they decided to go with that. The events that are going to happen will be slightly easier to accept if we believe that Poppy somehow lived alone. Anyway, she does a spell to turn herself into Coram's ideal woman, and as you can tell, this is not going to be the way everyone expects. So yay, and moving on. Late that night, she breaks into the hospital Coram works at, to stalk him, I guess. You know, breaking into hospitals is hard, just like him! Oh jeez, he's fucking a corpse. And apparently he doesn't believe in locking doors. So yeah, her love is a necrophile. So the only logical thing is to get wasted, sit in the bath, and kill yourself. Teen suicide at the 7-minute mark. Congrats, Urban Gothic, on being awesome again. But the next morning she wakes up again. Another walking corpse. In this city, no one will fucking notice. Either that or the BNP will start talking about zombies taking their jobs. Anyway, being dead means a gothicifying's in order. And hey, why can't I ever sit next to an Iron Brew machine? Go to the graveyard, please.
I don't think this is the best place to be hanging out, really. You know, considering.
You mean you don't feel at home here?
Your brain's smelling tasty, Lee. Don't push me.
Okay, I love the clever but natural dialogue. Whoever wrote this, write more. They never mention if Alex Kingston knows about Coram's corpse fucking. Of course, they also don't mention if she knows why Poppy committed suicide. She's just pretty much, you're dead suddenly for some reason. Wow! Of course, I wonder why they don't just start doing more spells, seeing as they know the book actually works. Like finding one that'll make her slightly less dead, or one that'll melt this irritating blonde twit that keeps annoying everyone.
Do your parents know?
Jesus, no, they go spare. I mean, look at me.
What are they going to do, Poppy? Kill you?
So Coram has come to apologise and to beg her not to tell the police about his corpse fucking. Not sure why it took him at least 24 hours to find her to ask that. I would have thought he would have been a bit more shitting himselfy. Anyway, Coram's instantly smitten with the new, improved and dead Poppy. They decide to go out on a date and Poppy embalms herself in the bathroom. I wish they'd done a scene of her explaining that to her parents. She'd probably have to go with weird new internet fad or bizarre crash diet.
Not too shabby.
Not bad at all for a corpse. Wish me luck, babe.
You just left a quarter of your body weight in rotting blood and organs in the bath. I hope for your sake your mother is an off-screen recording on a tape you sometimes talk to. Anyway, later on during the date, and isn't Edward Cullen meant to be the dead one? Ha! British TV remaking, reversing and improving Twilight years before it was even written.
This is my secret world. It goes nicely with yours, doesn't it?
You're dead.
I'm the only girl for you, Cole. You'll never meet another girl like me. A girl with cold skin, formaldehyde on her breath.
Yes. I used to dream about meeting a girl like you.
Dreams can come true.
As expected, he's fucking thrilled, and mere moments later, on top of a grave, he's thrilled to be fucking. So in the college cafe, it very briefly turns into an insane version of Friends as everyone talks about their plans for the future. And later we discover that Coram's wandering eye can't be easily sated. Typical man. Give him a literally perfect girlfriend who keeps porn of other naked dead women. But why is he keeping his necrophilic porn in his locker of all places? Those things are easily broken into, and with annoying frequency. Poppy confiscates the photos, as most people would do under the circumstances, and Coram breaks into the morgue. Yes, it's the morgue that he's actually working at, but it's a different shift. There's still security. Well, there would be if there was any actual security. Where the fuck is the security? This place is broken into at least 4 times in this show. So Poppy spots him with another corpse, cries her skin off, and with that sort of decomposition, how the fuck is she not terrible smelling? Later on they mention that she started smoking because of her bad breath, but why can't people smell the rest of her? And how can she smoke without lungs?
Been there, done that.
So what's a girl to do? Well, to get some truly epic revenge, she breaks in again, convinces him they're going to do a necrophilic 3-way, takes photos of him fucking the corpses, locks him in the room with the body, and gives the photos to the administrator.
This is what I get for cheating on my girlfriend.
No. This is what you get for being a sick little deviant.
And with the promise of arrest or a mental institution or something, we get a happy ending as Poppy hitchhikes to university, ready to become the most well-educated corpse in the country. At least until partway through her second year, when she becomes a sentient collection of disgusting soup and bones. This is one of my favourite episodes of the show. I love nearly everything about it. Like Pineapple Chunks, it's almost perfect. It's just a pity I've never seen the main people involved work in anything else. I'd love to see this made into a film, have the universe expanded and have some of the questions that are left dangling answered. If done right, it'd be brilliant. Like, Juno for Goths or something.